All right, start us off, Mr. Host.
All right, let's do a roll call. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what that means, fellas? It is episode 2, Control Chaos Podcast. Woo!
Let's get it.
All right. So for any of our new viewers, let's go ahead and we'll just we'll make our rounds, do some introductions, introduce ourselves to the world again. Go ahead, for starters, let's start on the far end over there. Age before beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Big J.
Wait, what?
Big J.
In your way.
My name is Jay. I'm lead pyrotechnician and partial special effects on this team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You.
I guess that means that's me. I'm Lawrence. I go by Larry. I'm the lighting director and also, head grip in this because I got the best grip. But
That's why we call him. That's why we call him Larry Legend.
Y'all call it all. Now let me
Hey, all right. I'm just gonna throw this out there before we do this. Here, I'm gonna put a little cup over here. Anytime somebody says "dick," we're gonna throw a dollar.
please.
We're gonna throw a dollar in there.
Please.
All right. Starting now. All right.
And all the money going into that cup will go to our next film.
There you go. Well, fun. Go ahead, man.
James.
Yes.
I am the director,
Fearless leader.
aka the cinematographer / writer / whatever the F you need.
Legit thought he was going to say centaur. I was like, what the hell?
No, what the hell is right? Well, yeah,
Centaur.
James.
That's news to me.
Go ahead, Court.
Hey, my name is Courtney. I'm one of the actors in the group, one of two. I go by Corky, Court, whatever nickname you come up with, I'm cool with. And yeah, that's me.
All right, last but certainly not least, my name is Derrick. I will be your host for this evening. I am the sound engineer for Control Chaos. Nickname-wise, I mean, that's still up in the air. I've been called Slick Rick. I've been called Hot and Spicy. Who knows, man? Who knows? Episode 2, man. Who knows by season's end?
They call him Slick Rick.
All right, let's do
In
that.
case you guys are wondering, we are missing our homie, the normal host
Yes.
for the podcast.
Yes.
A.A.
Hey, Ron. All right.
He's in New York right now enjoying real pizza,
Big Apple.
unlike the rest of us.
and 6ix9ine music.
Hey, bring back the chopped cheese, man.
Boy, I need that slice, homie.
That's why I don't care how stale it is, man.
Bring you
Cold
back a slice
pizza.
and be stale or something like it's gonna be better than Vegas pizza. Anyways, yeah, but he's in New York, so we're missing him. But he'll be back for the next
Absolutely.
episode.
He will be.
yeah.
He will be.
Oh, yeah.
Got a couple other guys, too. I mean, Liz wasn't able to make it
Liz.
today. Liz
She got called in an hour before.
called in an hour before.
Wow.
Savage,
She would have been
man.
before this
Busy
The
woman.
powers
yeah.
that be.
I kind of just wound up here today.
He just kind of walked in here, really. He kind of just walked in here.
We got a couple other members that you guys will meet over time as we
Exactly.
pull them into the podcast. But eventually, hopefully, one day we get this whole thing, like the round table of film and shit,
yeah.
and we can introduce you guys to the rest of the squad.
Exactly. Honestly, we told Larry he could sit down because he said he had the best grip. I was all for that, honestly, yeah.
I was kind of questioned about that too. What do you mean by grip?
Hey,
Grab on that ass.
Hey, if whether you need me to set up set up a set, or you need me to go in the back room to help you set up yourself. I got the best grip.
Grip, aka Fluffer. For the ladies though.
That's the type of movie we making right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
We ain't doing porn, okay.
I told you we
You should see Nate's email, though, for real.
Gosh, I gotta change that shit. No, it's now Control Chaos 23, so I'm good now. Good now.
All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's just open up the floor real quick. Let's go ahead and give our viewers updates. I mean, really, one of the main things, reason why we started this podcast up, we wanted to educate our viewers, our loyal fans. I know there's been a long layoff as far as projects we've released on our website, as far as content. So wanted to keep you on the loop, keep you in the scoop of things. So kind of want to just open the floor up, James, if you wanted to maybe talk about some upcoming projects we got.
Yes. Okay, so what we have in the works now, besides our normal project, which is the big film we're working on, we spoke last time about wanting to give you guys more content, more films to look at. Plus, it doesn't hurt to get out there and shoot, which is what we want to do. I have written a short that we should be filming. Hopefully, if we can get everybody on board, we should be filming this upcoming week or maybe the week after, depending on people's schedule. But we do have a short coming up. I don't have a name for it, but it has a big twist, and you guys are gonna love it. It's probably gonna be about a 6 or 7 minute. I'm not telling. Here's how the story goes. You can watch it later. No,
It's gonna be a twist, but here's the twist.
it's gonna be about a
Twist to the twist.
It's gonna be about a 6-7 minute short. But for future reference, we will be popping these off as often as possible. I'm hoping we can eventually get to like one every 1 to 2 weeks, if possible, until we can release our big boy. So that's what we have upcoming now. Other than that, you guys look forward to the podcast, and I want to actually do some other projects for our YouTube. Just whoever we can get. I want to talk to you guys about this too, because I want to do some stuff outside the podcast for the YouTube channel as well.
Nice.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. But
a
couple things coming up for you guys. As for content, more for you guys to get to know us, for you guys to love us more than you already do. So that's what we got coming up.
That's already a given, right?
You love us.
That's already a given.
That grip.
Love me.
That grip. A detailed documentary on Larry's grip.
Yes, let's go.
Oh yeah, seriously.
280 frames per second, just
Crushing coconuts.
that would be an interesting video for you.
quality content.
Oh, there you go. We need to get a little more hands-on with this
So
thing.
when are we
Yeah.
taking guest speakers?
We're taking guest speakers. I think. I mean, we could take a guest speaker on at any point in time.
Yeah.
It depends on who wants to come on. It depends on what they want to talk about. Because obviously, we want to keep this, in our area of expertise. But I would like to get some people in here. Maybe a couple of teachers that actually teach at the school. We can do anything. Like anybody else that owns another, film business or anything like that. So we'll take guest speakers eventually. As we're growing, the show will become more interesting. So,
Right.
Absolutely.
Episode 5 or 6, maybe.
yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Feeling generous, maybe episode 3.
All right, so you heard it here, folks. So yes, we have a big project coming up in the works, but actually, let's go ahead and backtrack a little bit because we did already release a few things that are available for our viewers to see online. I know one of James' biggest babies, the Don't Blink feature. Yes. I'm going to open the table, not just for James. I mean, Courtney, you were a big part of this. You were the star of that feature.
I was.
Yeah, how was the experience like?
Man, the experience. This is actually the first time I've actually been on a legit set.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's a big
lead.
thing. Yeah,
it's a big thing. But, I wasn't really pressured about it because, I know Nate and Moses pretty well. There was no pressure. No pressure at all. When it came down to developing the character, I kind of developed it as I went. I'm still in the process of trying to, create myself as, trying to come up with my own process of making characters. I took a 5-year layoff of everything. But,
right.
I just came up with my character as I went along. I just kept imagining myself as, being Detective Olsen. Like, what would I do if I were Detective Olsen in these scenes? I would, do research on like detectives. I'll watch cop shows. Just try to educate myself on how detectives go about, solving crimes and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I just pretty much went along as I went with it, and it worked. As y'all saw on the the BTS, I wasn't laughing. I wasn't
exactly.
I was in the zone.
No, this man.
Y'all kept trying to crack jokes.
No, we were.
I was trying to stay focused.
All right.
How hard it was for
Courtney's a stone-faced killer on set.
He is a stone-faced killer on set. As hard as Moses was trying, yeah.
Onto the set. Like you'd have to drive his car onto the set, and literally, as we're recording, you hear people in the background. Bro, why my dick hard?
Put it in the jar, son.
I thought I had to take a shot.
Yeah.
Hey, that's $1, Jerrimeh. That's $1. Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
Give $1 and take a shot.
$1 and take a shot. No, but
yes.
just to kind of add on. Oh, sorry about that, James.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just kind of add on to that. I mean, not everybody sees the meticulous process that this man does to prepare for his roles. He is very, he's very meticulous, very determined to improve on himself. So
Always.
Always. He is. Yeah, he's hungry. He's hungry.
Yeah.
He's hungry. I mean, Don't Blink was one of the earliest features that he had. Being part of Control Chaos. I mean, you should see him for some of these later projects we're going to release. He's gotten better and better at his craft, and I mean, there's nowhere to go but up for this guy.
I'm always trying to get better, y'all.
Yeah.
Always trying to get better. I'm never satisfied.
Never breaks character.
Never
It's
satisfied.
scary.
Exactly. All right. Any thoughts?
He is our Superman.
There you go.
That's what I like to call him. I was like, what was it the other day? It was like the last time we were on set, and then somebody's like, "Where's Courtney?" And he was like in the back, just like in the zone. And I was like, he's doing his Superman thing.
He's doing his Superman thing.
He's like, oh shit, like he's doing his Superman thing. Courtney is that was my first directed film ever, and I'll go into that in a second here. But if not a lot of people know, but if you actually date back to the first thing I've ever shot with Moses and Courtney was this little it's kind of like, for me it was like a VR commercial type of thing that we had shot for class.
A lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it was
I got
fun.
sneak peek on that.
And that was the first time me and Moses actually got together and actually wanted to shoot something. So we went this little hallway and made this like fight scene. We pulled some extras like last second, and we had this fight scene with Courtney, and we experimented with a lot of stuff. But like after like we shot that, it just kind of like shot off with there. But it was like it was always gonna be Courtney being our lead because he's the man. So from there it went to Don't Blink, and now Don't Blink was just. That was a process.
Twas.
Yeah, we had put ourselves into a team for this little mini 48-hour film festival that we're doing for the school, and we had to draw genres, and we drew crime detective and silent film.
Wait, that was for 40? I thought it was for a project.
It was like a class 48-hour film festival.
Oh,
so
okay,
we had to
okay.
actually draw the genres from a hat.
Yep.
Okay.
I was like, we're gonna draw a fucking musical, and we did.
We
Like
drew
we
musical.
drew musical for
First thing we drew.
both of them.
Silent and musical.
I was like, we ain't do no silent musical. Like, it's just gonna sing and like lip sing and dance. Like, nah, son.
The title card comes up.
Yeah.
It's a karaoke video.
Oh my god.
Joke's on you.
Yeah, so we drew silent film,
Filipino
crime
thing.
detective,
Yeah.
and then we had got everything together and ready to go. We were on. It was like we were actually supposed to already be shooting, and some things went astray, I guess you could say. And then I had to write a script in like one night. So I went to my room and I jotted down as much as I could and came up with Don't Blink.
Yep.
And
Yep.
from
Man
there,
emailed me the script at 2 a.m. and said, "Jeremy, read this over." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, okay, I will." And I went back to sleep after replying to that shit.
Yep.
I was
After
like,
you
"Hell
told
no,
me you read it.
I'm gonna wake up and read it."
asshole. That's what we like to call that. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, also, guys,
Asshole.
by the way, Don't Blink is on our Facebook page as well. You can hit the link. It should, we have the link for it.
Worth
Yes.
it.
There on the
Worth it.
Facebook page.
Go watch it.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
over 1,000 views, which I'm pretty happy about.
It's on
1,000
Facebook.
views.
It's on YouTube. You can watch the Don't Blink short film. You can watch the BTS behind the scenes. Another part of getting to know us as well. You can watch all the other stuff. Our last podcast also is on the YouTube channel. So when we get a chance, we'll link that in the. I don't know if you can link it in there. But
I could put it in the comments, but that's not.
yeah, just link it in the comments.
I'll
or
link it in the
something.
comments. You got it.
Let them know.
For sure.
Let them know. Let them
I don't
know.
know. I don't know. Was that mine?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Everything is just like.
It's your phone. It's your phone, James.
Probably people messaging. All right. But yeah, so Don't
Yeah.
Blink was, I had to write the script. And then we got to set that day. And in my head, I was like, I really want to direct this because it was my baby. It was my first like script I was going to see like on film. And then I stepped up, and then the team stepped up, and we shot like all night that night. And
Yep.
everything just kind of clicked together every time we shot. And not only was that the first directed film, the first film we've done together as Controlled Chaos, but it was also the point in time where we all were like, this is us, this could work.
Exactly.
We can do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can become something, and we can do this all the time because the set was just amazing. If you go on the YouTube channel, watch the BTS.
It is.
And you'll just see how we are like on set, how it always is. We know when to work, but when we're not working, we're having fun like constantly. So yeah, go check out Don't Blink on our YouTube channel. It's great.
And I think just in general, just being in that type of setting, that 48-hour setting, where it's nonstop, you got to write a script, you've got to record, you've got actors you got to manage, there's just so much that goes into that. There's just so much hands-on learning that goes into that. But, the whole process just makes it a lot easier. And if you look through the behind the scenes, you'll see that. We're a bunch of like-minded individuals. We all have a great time. We mesh, we gel, and that just made the experience more worthwhile. So, ooh.
You want to put that that on the screen and take the question real quick?
Yeah, so we
Ooh.
have a question from Instagram, from our Instagram page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have Instagram. It's from Kathleen.
Oh, no way. My
Yeah.
Gemini sister, what's up?
Kathleen, yeah, she
That's Aaron's
says-
girl, man. Yeah.
She says, would you guys ever post more videos like group challenges on YouTube?
So you want to take the
Ooh.
answer to that? Or you want to...
Group challenges,
do
like
that.
what?
Group challenges.
I would
Like
love to do
old-fashioned
that.
Cinnamon challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Kiki, do you love me? You ready?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, Larry's
I've been doing it around just.
Nah, I'm still feeling the baby shark one.
All right. To the.
Oh no.
Well, the cha-cha slide one, that one's funny.
Oh, man.
Just like-
Go ahead. I would actually love to do that.
I would love to do that too. I'm in. Yeah.
Anything
Let's get
that's
my
going to
hands dirty.
show, like, because we don't want it to be all business. Because I mean, we are professional when it comes down to it. We are, but we have a lot of fun on set. I mean, what you see here is like
Oh, yeah.
minuscule of what we do on set.
behind the whole adult, hardworking, control chaos lies the we're children. at
Yeah,
times.
like the 12-year-olds.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
12-year-olds.
12-year-olds.
guys. 50 nugget challenge. Let's go.
50 nugget challenge.
I'm not doing all that. Man. I'm trying to get on this diet, bro.
I got a small stomach. I can't.
That's by myself. It's nothing.
I eat
it,
5,
that's
and
it.
I'm like, oh.
Jerrimeh's gonna eat 50 nuggets while we punch him in the stomach. See when he pukes.
Yeah, as long as you give me that sweet and sour sauce, I'm fine. Man. I'll eat it all.
Ranch, son.
Nah, hell no.
Ranch, man. I'm a ranch man. All right. So, any more questions we got before we move on? Or?
No, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
for the
everybody.
That's
Facebook
it?
question.
All
Nothing
right.
on Twitch.
All right. Well, I mean, moving on. Next subject here. Let's see what we got. So, I mean, we kind of delved on it a little bit, but I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I mean, kind of going through your a little bit of background as far as what we do. So, I mean, you've all introduced yourself. You've all told us what you do, what your role is within our group, but maybe a little bit of background. I mean, what got you into your assigned role to begin with? I mean, Jerrimeh has a very unique role within our group, actually, and he's got some. Are you advertising? What's going on there? Brisk, Yoo-hoo, Mambo.
I'm drinking, man.
Oh, this is what he's drinking. He's just drinking.
It's so fancily laid out.
All right.
Trying, like, this ain't sponsors, y'all.
I'm gonna give you guys
But-
the inside scoop. We were talking about having some sort of demonstration over here, and I was half listening to it, so I thought it involved something involved in that. I don't know what it is, but he's our special effects guy. I mean, he does.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead and just
Let's
open
hear
the floor
your story,
here,
man.
Yeah, let's
So-
hear it. Let's hear it.
Mostly for the story behind me getting into special effects. It's like when we did Don't Blink, I was the editor for that. And after that, we did a 48-hour film festival, and I broke under the pressure of editing. I was like, okay, I'm going to take a small break from editing, and I'm going to look at something different. And I got into pyrotechnics. So you know what? I like fire. Fire likes me. I am one with the fire. And, I'm gonna
Choose my element.
I'm gonna use my element. It's weird, but
Yeah.
But like I got into it, and I was like doing all this research, and like I found out I don't need a license to do small pyrotechnic explosives. If I want more than 1 pound of explosion powder, which I have to get a license. But being the fact that less than a gram of flash powder is actually good enough for bullet wounds, yeah, I can make a pound last a nice year. And Larry here for my my hype man,
He's over here.
I hear
ad-libs on your
crickets.
stuff.
And in terms of getting into special effects, like doing the pyrotechnics and getting into the blood, Lexi, who isn't here,
Yes.
Lexi!
Lexi, gotta give her a shout out. Yeah.
Lexi, who isn't here, is my partner when it comes to special effects, and she does more makeup and special effects than I do.
Oh yeah.
But whenever we collab, we got into our whole. Well, what we still calling it mimic for now?
No, hell no.
Okay, yeah. We got
We'll call it working title. I refuse to call
we
it
got
mimic.
into a working title, like we did it for a 48-hour film festival. We actually won best special effects in that thing just because me and
killed
Lexi
it.
worked really
Hey.
hard
Our
together.
very first
Yes.
award, by the way.
Yes,
Very
yes,
first
yes.
award.
Very first award. One of many.
Pictures on our IG.
Insert
Yeah.
picture right here.
Looking good in the suit.
They dynamic
Yeah.
build that shit. I mean, that coupled with the camera angles that Moses and I filmed,
Absolutely.
just
Oh yeah.
it would look nasty. Like you watch it, you're like,
Oh yeah.
God.
We had
like-
tubes. I mean, we had blankets
I
out. It was
still
just.
watch it, and
you know.
like every time I'm hearing Courtney scream
Yeah.
from getting stabbed, I cringe every time.
I cringe too, even though it's my voice.
Don't we all?
All right, just to kind of put it in perspective, it was about 4 a.m. in the morning. We were all just ready to knock out. And seriously,
Oh, yeah, we didn't sleep.
I was half asleep. I was hitting record. Honestly, I don't even think I stopped recording. I just kept on recording just so I could take my little 5-6 minute mini nap. And all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, I hear going.
Courtney's torture scenes are epic.
They are
It was.
Funny.
It was.
I like watch him. I was editing with Aaron. Every time I came out, I was just watching because he was like his body was like convulsing, and then you see Liz just like freaking out behind it. I was like,
Oh yeah. Oh
Insert
yeah.
clip right here.
Oh my gosh.
there's actually a point where with the special effects, but with Courtney's acting, and then we took a drill at Courtney's chest.
Yes.
And we're fucking, and this guy's, he turned
Yes.
the drill on. It's wearing out. He's going to Courtney's chest. He's going to the bag of blood we have underneath the shirt.
Yep.
And then he goes in, and then the shirt like wraps around and like tightens up. And then Courtney just belts out, screaming like, ah! And in my head, I'm like, we just killed Courtney. Courtney's bleeding out right now. We need to go to the hospital.
Real blood.
And even our actor, our former actor, Derrick, is
Daniel,
my bad. Sorry.
Daniel.
I always get him and Derrick mixed up. Sorry, Daniel.
Unbelievable.
Our former actor, Daniel, he actually was acting. He was like, you saw like, he had this mask on. He was like, after he was done, he was like, like, did I just hurt Courtney?
Yeah, right?
And I was like, bro,
God.
Courtney, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, oh, my
Seriously.
God,
And like
this
poor
guy.
Daniel, this guy's from like Norway. He just killed a black guy. This is a hate crime.
Oh my God. But yeah, special effects wise, they dynamic deal with that shit.
That was funny.
Oh my
My
god.
greatest memory of that was we were all in the kitchen and we had to shoot Jerrimeh in his head.
man.
Oh
And he
god.
had this like tube running through his mask and
Oh
it
my gosh.
squirts
Yeah.
out blood. So Moses was on the floor on this
Yes.
car mount tripod we had, one you mount in the car. And he's like, hey, how's my camera up? And I'm like, hope I don't get blood on my fucking camera. But he's like, he has this little thing on the floor pointing up towards Jerrimeh. We have a tarp that's like draped over him. Only thing that's showing is his head, and everybody else is behind the tarp trying to get this shot and hoping that the blood like shoots out like actual gunshot. But it was like everybody was behind this tarp, and you just see Moses' head sticking out like he has the camera. It's probably one of the most funniest things I've ever seen in my life. But
Yeah, after we shot that, like, I was just sitting there. Everyone was like, all right, stand by for playback. And I was just, like, on all fours, just, like, staring. I'm covered in blood. I was like, what do I do now? Do I just wait here? I didn't even say anything. I was like, okay, someone help me get all this blood off of me.
What's up, Sweetie H?
Shout out to Sweetie H out there.
But that was a fun little process. We between me and Lexi and then all the other stuff that we did from that. It was really fun. Like, and I got into special effects because of that.
Jeremy, that was just the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I thought it was pretty funny because when the next day or like after that week, I saw the silks like being returned and it was red.
Oh, shit.
And some of the silks.
It wasn't us, man.
It was some red on some of the like equipment. I was like, "Yo, was that us?" I was like, cause I wasn't there for that shoot, so I was like, "Was that us?" And I was like,
I mean, you were kind of there.
"Yeah, I was kind of." I set up and I dipped, but then like I was putting everything up. I was just like, "We just ain't gonna tell nobody." Like,
The next day cleanup was everybody in the garage.
Oh, man,
Everybody in the
sucks.
Running down all
garage.
these dots
Yo,
of
that
like blood and
sucks.
shit.
Yeah.
That was after we set off the first squib explosion.
That was ridiculous.
That was it.
Yes.
That was with Daniel.
Oh,
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Insert here.
Wait, we went around like door to door. We were just like, hey, y'all,
we had to
listen.
warn
I went.
Because one we're in a
Hey,
garage. Like they got two people tied up. They're fucking screaming. If the cops managed to open up, bust in his house because people called the cops on him.
Yeah,
We got two people tied up. We got a ton of torture items around. Covered in blood. Like I'm like, if somebody comes in here, we're all going to jail.
They don't see the camera.
There's like a live.
And we tell this guy, comes, I'm like, Jeremy, we need a squib. His first squib on film. So we're like, all right, let's make this good. We're thinking, I'm in my head, because I'm in front of the camera. I'm thinking, all right, it's gonna be like a normal script, like little hole in the shirt, little pop, some blood. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be good. But just in case, I had like a mat in front of me and my camera there. I was like, all right, we're gonna get this in. Everybody had to cover their ears.
Oh yeah,
And when you see the clip that will be inserted here, this dude was supposed to be a hole this big, maybe a little smaller. The hole was his entire stomach.
Oh yeah.
And he blew the charge off, and I have it at 180 frames per second, which is amazing because you see Daniel's like reaction. He's wearing his badge, like when it blows up, the badge comes up and smacks him in the forehead. He's like, ooh,
Sold it. Yeah,
he acted through it and everything, but his whole front of his shirt got blown off. You see the protective plate under there, like it was. Everybody looked at each other afterwards. I was like, holy shit.
Yo, I was deaf after that, man.
Yeah,
I could not hear.
Poor Liz is sitting like right next to it as it goes off, getting like blood and condom like blown all over.
And condom, yeah. There was fragments of condom.
In order for people to understand, like we actually just fill condoms full of blood in the scripts. That's a thing if you want to do do it yourself.
Weirdo emotes. two dudes kissing. That's not gonna happen here.
Hey, we don't. We don't judge here. You know,
podcast.
You donate $5, I'll do anything you want.
$40, $20.
Hey, make it 10.
Make it.
I don't know what's gonna
We
be
ain't them cheap though. Go into more inspiration about what you do for the crew. Yeah.
Inspiration for even getting into film in general was just like I would watch a bunch of films when I was a kid, and I would actually watch them so much. Well, I would like to say like probably Demolition Man right now, just because like I recently watched it. I watched Demolition Man so much I could quote that entire thing word for word, and I even read the script when I was younger. And this is bad because I was like 8, and you know how many cuss words are in Demolition Man? You know how many times
just from Wesley Snipes alone, man.
You know how many times Wesley Snipes says the word fuck?
You almost call him Samuel L. Jackson because he said F?
No, I was gonna say Simon Phoenix.
I was like,
his character's name is Simon Phoenix, so you know how many times Simon Phoenix said fuck?
Yep.
But yeah, and then it just got into the whole I wasn't good enough for marine biology, so I ended up.
Damn. We are his B option. Y'all. We are his B option.
Hey, yeah.
No, I feel it though, like on that part, because for me it was like I started in high school, and it was like, all right, so I'm in high school for electronic engineering because I'm gonna fix my game systems when they break down because all I do is play games. And so I got into video production class, and my electronics grade was a D. Sorry, Miss M.
If you're watching,
right? My video production grade was always like 110. I don't even know how I got the extra credit, but I always got the extra credit. And so, like everyone loved the videos we did, and they were always half-assed, but they were like people liked them, and I love being a news anchor and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, you know what? This is what we finna do.
You should see the intro to the. I've seen the intro.
Oh yeah.
It's like they're putting on his shoes, straightening the bow tie. I'm like, okay.
And it's a fucking meme.
Can we find it to insert it here?
I'll make sure it gets in.
Insert it right here.
Oh, this shit was great.
So that was your inspiration for going into film?
Yeah, it was pretty much that. It was
Accident.
for real. It was kind of just like, I was like, wow, I'm actually pretty good at this. Like, people like this when I'm half-assing. What happens if I really tried? And so now I'm here, and I love it even more. And we're gonna keep experimenting.
Yes.
Like a whole bunch of different things.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
As for me, mine was also by accident. I used to always like go and watch movies. I never knew how much I love movies until I actually like moved into films. Me and my buddy Jonah used to take like full days, marathon days, and we would buy our first film and we'd sneak into like 3 more after that. So we spend the whole day at the fucking movie theaters watching movies. And I didn't realize how much I loved the film until now that I'm creating them. I understand why I kept going back to watch. But my story was a complete accident. I was actually trying to get my Twitch stream up, and I wanted to do something different than you normally see on Twitch, which is like everybody just sitting in front of their computer. I wanted to make it a little bit more like theatrical, like a little bit more. Exactly. You both do the same shit over there, like a little bit more fun to watch. So I had this idea for this like stream house, and like I take these 5 guys and we play these 5 different characters during the stream. and that would be our like thing that nobody else is doing. And so they had asked me, like, I think Courtney was gonna be one of them too. They had asked me to kind of describe the characters. So I sat at home one day and I was writing these bios for these characters, all 5 of them, read them out. One was actually a female too. And then I had showed a couple of people, and then a couple of people came up to me like, "This would be a fucking banging ass movie." And I was like, "That's actually, that would be really dope." So I went home that night and I started writing, the character bios out for my first character, and that turned into like a full script, like a full storyline. And after I was like, "This is amazing. This is fun. Like, I love this." And I never knew like putting my ideas on paper would be that amazing. So after I did that, I actually came to school here for game design.
Game design.
Yeah, this is funny. This is a funny thing. I was in the office signing up, and I was like, I'm going to go for game design. I want to eventually design games. And after writing those bios and hearing everything they had said, I was like, I told her, she showed me like the whole game design video, and I was like, "Can I see your film video for like film majors? Show me that." And I looked at my ex at the time, and I was like, I got to do it. Something telling me to go for film. So I was like, "Look, I'm switching it. I'm just gonna go for film." She's like, "Really? After all that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going for film." And that's how I actually got into filming. And it didn't really hit like that. I was, as for like directing, that it didn't hit until Don't Blink came. And after seeing a script that you write come to life in front of your eyes, is your vision, like something you writ, literally come to life on film. I was like hooked after that. It was heroin. And I needed it like all the time after that. So that's how I got into film. It was a complete accident. It was supposed to be for gaming, and it turned into film. And then now I'm here.
It's the beauty of it, man. It's the beauty of it, man.
Funny thing is, like, I actually knew James and Courtney before coming to the school myself. And I was sitting in my class one day, like maybe a year after I like stopped working with them, and I just see James walking by. And then he stops, goes through the window, and just looks at me. He's like, I'm like, "Hey, James, like, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm studying film, man." I'm like, "So am I."
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a freak accident, but everything happens for a reason. Because if I had chose game design that day, I would not be here right now. I would not be during this stream, anything, or even have known some of these guys. So it all worked out.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Courtney?
Ooh, me, man.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
Acting, man.
He does it for the bitches. No.
No,
You're not wrong.
For food.
Oh.
With me though, as a kid I was always active. As a kid I was always active. Growing up in New York, man. I was always playing sports. If I was playing baseball, I was learning how to play the drums. If I was singing, I was on the swim team. I was always doing something as a kid, but I always drew to arts more than anything. I didn't start acting until I was about 16. But coming up, I always knew I would get into acting eventually. I didn't have a desire for it. I used to be a singer, actually, when I was a kid. I always wanted to be a singer. I had a soprano voice.
Time with Courtney.
I could sing like Bobby Brown from New Edition. Did you sing Candy Girl?
You had to ask Derrick about that.
Okay, yeah.
What's up?
Candy Girl, who's sung that?
What's up, Green Tea?
Wait, which one?
Candy Girl.
What it do,
Candy
baby?
Girl?
Yeah, by New Edition.
Oh, Candy
Oh,
Girl.
Is that
that
Bobby
one?
Brown or was it somebody else? Well, basically, I could sing like that when I was a kid. I used to sing like that.
oh, can you still do it right now?
No.
Oh, come on
You
now.
hear this voice? You hear
Trying to put him on blast.
And now it's time for singing time with Courtney.
But with
The part of the
acting,
segment.
I hear you.
man, it had to come like around 2008, I believe, when I was in high school. And I remember I was in the park with my friends the day before high school started. First day of freshman year, I was like, you know what? I want to be an actor. And so from then on, man, it was so weird. Actually, I stepped into acting accidentally. I wasn't ready yet, but I stepped into it. So I went to this mall in Georgia called Discover Mills. And I remember going to watch Toy Story 3. That's the only movie I ever cried in. Like, it's so weird. That's the only movie I ever cried in my whole entire life, Toy Story 3. But after that, there was this like this showcase thing that came up. And I told my mom, "Hey, take a look at this, Mom. I always wanted to get into acting. Look at this. It's an opportunity." And we took it because I saw on the billboard Imani Hakim, the girl that started Everyone Hates Chris. She went through this showcase thing, and I forgot who else went through it, but So I did it, and about 2 months later, actually no, about 4 months later, I had a showcase, and I got my first agent, one of the biggest agents in Atlanta called Houghton Talent Agency.
Nice.
It was at the time, it might still be top 3, but it was top 3 in Atlanta. So it was a big deal because going into senior year, I was doing plays at my high school, and I was doing plays at my church. And during school, through my whole entire senior year, I was in and out of class auditioning. I was missing a lot of days of high school, but I still managed to graduate. I remember auditioning for Clint Eastwood for Trouble with the Curve.
Ooh,
I remember
nice.
auditioning for Vince Vaughn for, what was the name of that movie? Vince Vaughn and Owen Williams. It was
Wedding Crashers?
Wedding Crash?
no, it wasn't Wedding Crashers.
The Intern?
Yeah, the internship.
Oh, nice.
I auditioned for the
Nice.
They work
internship.
together quite often.
Yeah.
I actually booked a Coca-Cola Coca-Cola commercial as an extra.
Coca-Cola.
I still can't find it to this day. I don't know where it is.
Can't say
What else did I
insert
do?
here for that.
I did so many things. I met so many good people. But yeah, ever since I got my first agent and my first job, I was just hooked. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Every time I went to the movies, I kept visioning myself on that screen. Like, that could be me. That's me. And even to this day, I still get that feeling. And yeah, when I moved out here, I met James. I met my whole team right here, and we've just been going ever since.
I like how he looked at me and didn't say my name. I was like,
Jeremy.
that's what I say my name.
Nice save. Nice save.
Cheeseburger Eddie.
Cheeseburger.
Low-key. But yeah, man, ever since I moved
That
to
is
Atlanta,
awesome.
I took a
That is
5-year
awesome.
break.
Yeah.
I took a 5-year break of acting because I didn't know anybody out here. I didn't know the market too well. I just wanted to get, used to where I'm. Just want to reacquaint myself, and like I said, I met my team right here, and we just been going ever since.
And we happy to have you, man. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Superman.
Before we get into Derrick, and it's that time where we have Derrick sing a silly song.
Oh, well, the fun.
Now it's time for singing with Derrick. The
right.
part of the podcast where Derrick sings.
All right, just throw some names out there. Throw some songs out there. Let's bust it out. Let's get this over with here. All right.
If somebody is watching, can somebody name a quick song that
Derrick can sing. Derrick can
Oh,
sing.
my God.
Hey, this man can sing. He can sing.
this is why we're doing this?
I think Larry should just rap it.
He's a talented
Larry should just rap it, man.
he's a talented singer.
Throw a trap beat
Oh,
in
my
it.
God.
Sing Trap Queen by Fetty Wap.
Sing that shit.
Oh, give me some easier shit. Come on. It's episode 2. It's episode 2.
I
Come here.
want James to sing freaking, what
Oh,
is it?
God,
Boys
yes.
to Men.
Baby.
I'm sorry.
As I do the, sing a verse from your favorite song that inspires you most.
Oh, man. That's a good one.
Green Tea said Nobody by Akon.
Or I Can't Help It by Michael Jackson. That's a good one.
Ooh. Which one?
I Can't Help It by Michael Jackson.
I can't help it. How's that one go again?
I got it on my phone.
You got it. All right.
Verse from your favorite song that inspires you.
All right,
Sing
I'll
one
tell you.
chorus or
I
sing
will
verse.
tell you one. All right, it is a Michael Jackson song. This
Okay.
one. All right,
Hit it off.
it's "Rock with You" by Michael Jackson. All right,
Okay.
all right, here we go.
Classic.
Girl, close your eyes. Let that rhythm get into you.
Goddamn.
Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you can do. Relax your mind. Lay back and groove with mine. You gotta feel that beat, and we can ride the boogie. That's all we get. That's all we get. That's episode 2.
Blue ball in your hair.
Right there.
I need the rest of the chorus.
Yeah. Just a tip.
Just a tip, ladies. Just a tip. You want some more? Call his number at.
No, anyway. All right. Oh, I mean, it's up to me. So, yeah, Rock With You, that just happened to be one of those songs. I mean, singing has always been a part of my life. I mean, not to be so stereotypical, but I mean, being in a Filipino household, I mean, it's always around you. You have family parties and stuff, and you're 5, you're 6 years old, you're exposed to all of that. Pretty soon, I was just like, all right, I can carry a tune here. So I don't want to say I hoard myself out, but I kind of hoard myself out during these karaoke sessions. Oh, you want me to sing Hotel California? All right, I'll do it. $5. $5.
I'll sing anything.
$5.
Filipino, when you don't sing karaoke, then you're not really Filipino. In all honesty.
Yeah.
You better be singing karaoke.
Is that like the fried chicken and watermelon to black people?
Purple drink.
Purple drink?
Kind of.
Yeah, seriously. So, I mean, karaoke sessions, just being on long road trips with a family, just going to California and you have, these oldies just playing on the radio stations all the time. You're just constantly just exposed to all of that, And then sooner or later, middle school happens. They tell me to get off my ass and actually do something productive. So I pick orchestra as my elective.
I actually did orchestra as well. I
You
played
did
the
orchestra.
viola for
I was second.
6 years.
Yeah, second violin, and I was first violin, eighth grade. Yeah.
First viola. First
No
viola.
instruments. I got no instrument experience at all.
Yeah. So I mean, having that theory behind it, I was able to kind of put 2 and 2 together. And, just like these little things, I mean, it came to a point where I started to appreciate, you talk to somebody like Nick James. I don't know if any of you guys ever had Nick James. He's an audio instructor here. He used to be, a good audio instructor for music theory and stuff. He talks about, once you have pitches, once you learn about harmonies, once you learn how these things, it's how these things kind of branch together. You see the color, you see, how beautiful these things are and stuff. So, I mean, I started to appreciate that, but at the same time, it was a catch-22 type of thing because it's funny because I started thinking about this day and night. It came to a point where literally I was ready to fall asleep. And I would hear my refrigerator humming in the key of B flat. and then next week, Nick James would talk about harmonies. He'd talk about harmonics. He'd talk about major and minor chords and stuff like that. And then he'd tell me, everything doesn't just hum in one tune. There's harmonics built onto that and stuff like that. So I'm laying down on bed next week and I'm hearing that B flat, but then I'm hearing that fifth on top of that. I'm hearing that F and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I can't deal with this shit no more. I can't deal with this shit no more. But I mean, on a more serious note, I mean, just coming here to AI and just learning, the intricacies of producing audio. I mean, it's not as simple as just being in front of a microphone. I mean, there's intricacies in recording, mixing, and mastering. I fell in love with that. I mean, one of my favorite recording engineers of all time just recently passed away. He was a Beatles sound engineer. He was he recorded Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, Abbey Road, The White Album. I read his books. I read into, his techniques. And I mean, back in the day, I mean, didn't have Pro Tools, they didn't have Logic and stuff. It was all just reel to reel. It was all about, getting these recordings done right and, learning how to work and, maximize, vocal talents and stuff, just being in the studio, being in production. And then later on, when it came to film, I started admiring all of these composers, Hans Zimmer with his ambient approach, John Williams, he's got this iconic, just really, really big style, the way he composes and stuff. So, it's been a long time coming, but I mean, just being here at school and then, you run into these guys. I mean, this was definitely not my career path, 10 years ago, but, like James here, I mean, we're rolling the dice, it's a gut feeling. It's something that, you regret if you never did, that type of thing. I would rather live my life with no regrets than, just to kind of keep myself wondering and stuff. So I'm here. I'm all about them sexy waves and I guess singing time every episode. I'll give you some more snippets though. Yeah, for real. Yep.
Talented guy, guys. Talented guy.
Oh man. Yeah, seriously.
What we rolling with next?
Oh gosh, yeah. So I mean, yeah, just kind of on a lighter note. I mean, we've talked about job descriptions. I mean, how we got our starts. Halloween's right around the corner. You guys, any plans?
Oh yeah.
Or on a more serious note, here, how about this? Make it a little bit more constructive here. Halloween scary movies. What's your favorite scary movie of all time? Doesn't have to be horror. I mean, it could be suspense. I mean, there are some films out there completely without gore, but just disturbing as hell and stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
I know Jeremy's itching for this one. I know he's got a couple.
I'm a major horror buff in general.
Yeah.
But, it depends on the genre. It's like being a major horror buff, I actually do separate my favorites. So I'm like, okay, I got my favorite slasher film, my favorite paranormal film, favorite paranormal film, Conjuring. Gotta be, only because it's the most recent one that's come out that's actually been scary.
Yeah.
Everything else has good jump scares, but nothing. The story hasn't scared me at all. Conjuring has actually been something that
Really?
I watch it a lot,
Okay.
and even now it still gives me the creeps.
I hear you.
Nothing scary, nothing jumps out at you, but like just the story gives you the chills.
Yeah.
And like, of course, favorite slasher film's got to be Scream because
Scream. All right. Yeah, vintage.
It made fun of the classics.
Yeah, it did.
Like it was supposed to be a spoof, so I was like, you know what?
Exactly.
That was.
And I think that was what's really cool about that, and the spoofs. You know, this person, you know, because he hasn't gotten laid, then clearly, you know, he's not going to die and stuff. Yeah.
You're a virgin, you're gonna live.
Yeah,
Movie formula,
exactly.
as they call it.
The horror movie formula. Yeah, I thought that was a nice
Go with the
twist.
rules.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rule
Exactly.
number 1: you can never have sex. We're all dead in here. Rule number 2: you can never drink or do drugs. Sorry, Larry.
I've been drinking.
Got a hard life.
Never, ever say I'll be right back. This won't be back.
The word.
There you go.
But mostly being it's Halloween season, I try to watch at least one horror movie every day.
Yeah.
I watch it with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But like last night when I slept over at my girlfriend's house, but I was freaking out.
Wink, wink.
I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Because like we were sleeping and like I'm just hearing this. I'm looking around like, what the hell is that? I thought it was like the chair being pressed up against like the desk or something. So I moved the chair. I lay back down, closed my eyes. I'm like, what the hell? So I actually get up, and this is where she wakes up too, and she's like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the hell are you doing? But like, I look at the closet, and I hear, I'm like, what the hell?
You know what that was? That was your future kid knocking.
Ah.
You better step up that plug in.
It's too late.
Larry, where are you with that pull-out game?
Hey, bro, I got you next time. Just let me know. Hit me up. I'll be in the window. Hey.
Stop using them condoms.
What
with
a
the
plug.
plugs, man. Yeah.
Larry with the assist.
No, I found out.
Oh, my
I found
God.
out because the fan was on. It was like this little like streamer thing in the back,
Yeah.
like from when my girlfriend has this like happy birthday streamer still up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like the wooden thing just knocking. But like I was freaking out. I was like, I slept with the
Yeah.
fucking light on and everything. Had my cross necklace. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm going to bed. And yeah, but other than that, like the Halloween spirit with me is real. Like Halloween's my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
I'm dressing up. I try to dress up every day.
I'm a Christmas man.
Me
too.
Man, fuck
Christmas man.
Me too.
I love the
Christmas.
presents though. I love Christmas.
What
Don't
about
get me
you,
wrong,
Larry?
this
What
is
about
great.
you? Hey, he's
I don't fuck with Halloween.
You don't fuck with Halloween.
I don't fuck with nothing scary. I really don't fuck with most holidays, to be honest. It's just I'm terrible.
Except for Valentine's Day.
I mean, you know, Valentine's Day is a special day, but every day can be Valentine's Day. Every day can be Valentine's Day. I'd say my top scary movie is Sharknado 3.
Sharknado
Because
3.
it's one thing to make it once, it's another thing to make a sequel. But after 3, you just keep it going. That's the scary. Why are
That
they still
is.
making these
Okay,
movies?
yeah,
That
that's
is.
surprising that these movies are making a lot of money
That's-
to make.
That is
They're
good.
not,
That
and
is
they're still going. I think they're like 6 or 7 now.
Is that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Octopus.
It is still going, yeah, and they got spinoffs. That's scary. Why are bad movies doing good? No, but on the real, I
man.
think
Better than that.
my favorite suspenseful movie would have to be, I want to say either Fallen with
Ooh,
Denzel Washington,
Denzel. Yeah, can't go wrong with Denzel. Yeah.
or Seven.
Seven.
Oh, yes.
With Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
Yes.
What's in the box?
What's in the
What's in the box?
I think it's on Netflix.
Ooh. Oh yeah, it is on Netflix. That's where I saw it, man.
Yeah, both of them on DVD.
Bro,
I watched it like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That movie is the movie. But our movie
He's better.
is better.
What about you, James?
So I also don't watch too many horror films because, you know, I got an overactive
pussies.
imagination. So, you know, there's a bitch crawling
He's
on
real
the
with you.
ceiling.
Yeah.
A movie, I'll wake up from a dream and
Yeah.
it's a bitch crawling us in.
Yeah, yeah.
My thing is about horror
it's just
film.
me.
This is why I could fuck with like. I'll tell you, I actually do have good memories of the horror film, but I could fuck with like people I can see. Like, there's a murder in my house. At least I can shoot him, or if I can fuck him up, I got a chance. But if it's something I can't fucking see, that's just tossing me around the room and shit, drag me down the hallway, I can't see the motherfucker. I can't shoot it. I can't.
Shout out to YouTube.
I didn't fuck anybody up,
Oh, yeah,
but
but-
Paranormal Activity fucked me up for like
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, every noise I heard, and the funny part is they had super minimal budget where all they did was just make sounds. Like the sound guy for that film was the magician for the entire film, because all it was just sound with a little bit of blood makeup somewhere, and somebody standing still over. Like when I seen that shit where she was standing over him and they fast forward and she was just rocking back and forth, I was like, nope. And like and the guy watches it the next day and it's like, cool. He's like, oh babe, did you see what you did last night? I would have snuffed her. I would have snuffed her. Listen, I'm getting a divorce. I'm getting a divorce, and that's the end of it. You stay away from me. You take your demons and you bring that shit to somebody else. I had one girl I was with at the time. Yeah, it was one of my exes. She actually like sat up in the bed and then like looked over with her eyes closed. She's like, you see that little boy over there? And I was like, I told her straight, I'm like, you're lucky that I like you.
Go back to sleep.
Bruh.
Saying nothing like that.
Like, it never happened again after that, but I was like, after that day, I contemplated. I was like, do I just walk out right now? Is that what's going to happen here? But a good memory I have with scary film was probably, not even scary, this is slasher, the Michael Myers films. Yeah. I used to go out to Plattsburgh, my best friend, Baker at the time. And his like sister had this house out there. And we used to sit in front of the fucking fire because it snowed out there like crazy. Sit in front of like the fireplace threw a bunch of blankets on the ground. Went out and ordered like these big ass chicken tenders, and we'd watch like Michael Myers marathons and shit. But that's probably like my best. I love those movies. I don't know. Those are the ones I can actually watch, like Jason, Michael, Freddy. Those ones I can actually watch. They still mess me up a little bit, but. I mean, I could snuff for Michael. I probably wouldn't for him, but I guess I ain't going down like no bitch.
You gonna watch that new Halloween movie?
I am.
Yeah, man. It looks good. It looks good.
You have to. It's like...
Well, my thing is like there's like 10 or 11 Halloweens out and stuff. Like, does it all apply?
Is it all canon?
Yeah.
Like literally, Michael Myers is like died like 5 or 6 times, and he's somehow come back. It's like Freddy Krueger.
His mask actually looks dope though. Like,
for real?
That's what I thought. Like was like it looked like plain white. It looked like a mask. Back in the day. But this mask actually looked. The mask on him now actually looks dope. It's like weathered. With cracks in it and shit.
It's the same mask that they shot in the very first Halloween.
Nice.
I'm just joking. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yo, but James, so funny story about Paranormal Activity and stuff like that.
Don't tell me no freaky shit, bro.
So, hey, bro, it's okay. It's Halloween.
I walk out wearing this stream right now.
When I was a kid, right? I used to go to my great grandma's house, and it was always pretty cool. I mean, she was not weird, but she didn't talk very much, not much personality. And so I remember I used to go in the kitchen because there's always food in the fridge. So I would go in the kitchen, and next to the fridge was the basement door. Now, the basement door is funny. It used to always be open, but you always hear it, I'm like, man, the basement door open. All right, let me go close it. So I closed it all the way. You know how you know when the door is closed?
Yeah.
You can wiggle when you latch it and you wiggle it and it's closed. I go back to the fridge to open it up, get my drink, whatever, close it, and as I walk past that door, it opened. It opened. So it turned out.
Your grandma comes around the corner. He likes the door open.
No, fam. My great aunt. So my great grandma's daughter. She was playing with a Ouija board, and she summoned a poltergeist into the basement. And it wasn't until we moved down here, my mom told me, she was like, "Yeah, your great grandma was a witch."
Oh hell no.
She banished the poltergeist out of her house. Yeah, bro. She banished. I was like, that's lit. Like, why didn't I not know this? You tell me I could be doing magic right now?
Yeah, Harry Potter with this shit, man.
What the fuck?
We set up them lights like this.
Yeah. Fuck all this work.
Let there be lights.
That would be great.
Oh god. What about you, Court?
Man, one movie that always messed me up as a kid was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one.
Oh, nice.
That one scene where he comes into the house looking for his girl, and Leatherface has the hammer with him.
Yeah.
Gets him in the head.
Oh, I
that messed me up as a kid so much.
Yeah.
And then he's like all squirming, like freaking out on the bottom. That always messed me up as a kid. I've always loved that movie ever since.
I hear you.
Man, there's so many horror movies, but I was like the one that messed me up. But maybe love horror movies, but
okay.
I mean, you can go back to like Nosferatu, Dracula from the 19
classics.
Those messed me up as a kid too, just because that black and white and his long fingers with the shadows and all that stuff. That messed me up as a kid.
Yeah.
Something about long fingers and shadows is just creepy.
That messed me up as a kid.
When you watch Insidious, all it is long fingers and shadow and a wood creaking sound every time he moves.
I liked Insidious. Insidious was pretty good.
A lot of people hate on Insidious, but like you honestly, you watch it by yourself, you freaking out.
I actually liked Insidious. Yeah, that was.
I liked Insidious.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Lala, yeah, it is a sausage fest, but we'll have more women on the show later on.
We were, but she had work to do.
We had a girl.
Yeah, she got called into Liz. What the heck? Should have said no.
One time we got on Twitch, sausage fest. What's wrong with sausage fest?
Sausages are good. My favorite's the bratwurst.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Polish sausage is okay
Polish.
sometimes.
Oh
Polish.
yeah, give me some of that
Polish from
kielbasa.
Costco.
Yeah,
It's that cheesy kielbasa.
What you got,
Polish
D?
hot
We
dog
got
from Costco?
almost
Yeah.
up on an hour here.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I mean, for me, hell, I feel like jump scares are just oversaturating the market right now and stuff. So I'm more into the artsy stuff. Hell, I'm gonna pull an outlier here. Jeremy, do you watch J horror?
Yes.
Yes. There's one called Noroi, The Curse. Have you ever seen that one?
No, I have not.
Ooh, yeah, that is a must-have. I mean, yeah, I encourage everybody to go watch that one. So, especially for you, James, especially since it's in the same breath as Paranormal Activity. It's sort of that camcorder type of stuff. I feel like there's just more. There's a realism to that. Like it's more of a God, like. That shit could actually really fucking happen to me.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Like movies like that Blair Witch Project. I mean, for Blair Witch, when I was like 5 or 6 years old, when I saw that for the first time, that fucked me up too. Because what happened was my parents lied to me. They told me that shit was real because they told me to read the opening intro. They told me this shit is real, so you better go brush your teeth and go to bed.
Damn.
And then on top of that, I was like, you're lying.
My kids.
On top of that, you're lying. And then he was like, no, you don't believe me? Look, there's another VHS over here. This is the behind the scenes to the making of Blair Witch. And it was another like mockumentary.
Yeah.
Kind of just, adding to the realism to that. And I was just like, oh, shit, yeah. But
Did you guys like Evil Dead? Did you guys like that?
Evil Dead. The
Isn't that
older
what-
one. The
isn't that
older
what-
one.
yeah,
The
the older
older
one.
one.
I like
Yeah,
the newer
man.
one for some reason.
newer-
that
the
came
newer-
out recently.
The show? Or
Yeah.
the-
No, I saw that.
Not the show.
movie?
I like the show too, but the movie. Did you
I haven't
I didn't
seen
see
any of the
that
movie.
shit.
I seen the show though.
Yeah,
The show is great.
Yeah,
Show's
the
great?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
show's funny as hell.
If you're like into gore and love horror,
Yeah.
go for it. That's like the goriest.
That is. That's
Goriest
gory.
horror
That's a
I've ever
fun
seen.
kind of gore. Yeah.
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 Fun.
But I like the movie. I don't know. I liked it. It was good.
There were some points that definitely got me. Yeah, it wasn't even just jump scares. Story-wise too. More stories than anything get me.
All right. Looks like we are rounding up
wrapping
to last couple of minutes on the podcast. Any final thoughts, gentlemen? Just want to leave the floor open.
Looking forward to episode 3.
I'm gay.
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Does Jody know that?
That's why we set it up press conference style right here.
We didn't get to everything that we wanted to today due to the fact that, we like to banter around and talk, but more for episode 3. That's what I have to say about that.
Yes.
Always a good time. If you are on the Twitch that you haven't visited us before, follow the Twitch. If you're on the Facebook, you haven't been to the Facebook page, or you haven't followed the Facebook page, follow the Facebook page. The link to the YouTube is also on there. Please go watch Don't Blink is our first film
Yes.
together.
Yes.
Also watch episode 1 of the podcast on there. Make sure you guys go show us some support. We appreciate you all. And that's all I got.
Links,
All right,
links will be in the
deuces.
comments below.
Yes.
In the description below.
Like and subscribe.
Aaron will take care of that.
Subscribe.
Share, comment, leave a comment in the comment section below.
Merch coming soon. Dick Water shirt.
Dick Water shirts.
Dick Water shirts.
shirts.
Yes.
Buy my check out my SoundCloud. Check out my.
Also, if you guys like the content, we also want to have more people that are on the show. Feel free to ask the questions on the Twitch or the Facebook page. Ask away. We will answer.
Ask away.
And Instagram. Follow us on Instagram too.
Yes.
You can always ask us questions, DM
Links down
questions.
below.
Wow.
Instagram, Twitter, all
Yeah,
of that.
joke around.
Links in
Pornhub
the
now.
description below.
That was my show last time.
Send me some more songs, man. Send me some more songs
Yeah.
for real.
If you guys have any anything that you guys want us to talk about specifically in this podcast, we have an email for us.
We do have an email.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Email in the description below. Email us about what you guys would want to hear.
Yes.
And we'll talk more about that on episode 3.
Come back.
All right, this is Derrick, Courtney, Nate, Luscious Larry, and Cheeseburger Eddie signing off.
Ah.
Yeah.